Oh, I see. See, now he's done the thing where he's gone live, but the thing is, he doesn't trick us anymore because it says live in the corner. So you can't.
Oh no! It's learning. It's a learning computer.
Fans, and welcome to my kitchen. No, and welcome to this edition of the Suplah.
Can I ask what that black bag is behind you?
Yeah, I gotta love how the backdrop is almost exactly the fucking same. It's just no wardrobe. Like, do you live on a fucking soundstage?
No, I don't live on a soundstage. That's not a sound.
Oh, he's taking us on a tour.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here's it. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Attack on Titan. So this is a nomination for best intro to a show this year so far.
It's not a sound. And I am Andy Kwan, and with me, as always, is Sam Brooks.
Hello. Notice anything different?
The red.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's not like before we went live, you were like, "You've had a haircut." No. The webcam is different. No. The microphone is new. It's like, no. Fucking look. Color. You're not a dog. Who else is here?
And making a special appearance because he really comes on now, even though he's one of the founders of the show. But whatever. Did you know he worked on the Avengers? Liam Dunn.
I'm basically the Brock Lesnar of the Suplah. But it is Backlash. We're talking about backgrounds. And of course, I am back where it all began, in the original Suplah studio.
What are you doing back in the Suplah studio?
It's bank holiday weekend, and I decided to come home. And totally forgot this show was actually happening.
I did that a half hour ago. I was like, oh god! I saw the tweet. I was like, Jesus.
It just dawned on me 2 days ago. I'm like, shit, I gotta make stuff.
I feel like we should have done this to the greatest Royal Rumble, and we never did.
Oh yeah, because fuck that show.
My God, what an awful show that was.
Well, I say nothing good came from it. There was one thing that we've all seen by now.
Oh my. The thing is, it's been ran into the ground. We can't add any new jokes or make any new comments.
It's funny because he fell over. Hilarious.
But it's sad that is the standout moment of an entire show. Let's be honest.
The greatest show.
The greatest trip.
Despite the fact that the ordinary Royal Rumble this year was so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny how that works.
It's almost as if having more people is crap.
It's almost as if adding the word great to the front of things doesn't make it good.
No. It's not
Kali and Royal Rumble.
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's the fact that it genuinely is meaningless. Braun hasn't come out with the belt that he won.
He won a belt. He fucking got a belt for winning a Rumble. What?
Right? And it's never shown up since. And there was basically no build to it. It was a pointless show, and all the results meant nothing. It was honestly, did it even happen? Is it canon? Is it canon?
Well, here's the thing. I want to try a new thing, but actually, before we do that, I gotta read the chat. Bullet Club versus Shield. What up, hoes? And Liam. So I guess you're not a hoe. Don't know if that's a compliment or not.
Oh, come get on the train.
Shoot. Stussy Haiku, Woofy the Bloodhound. Janie is here. For some reason. I figured she would have a life or something, but no.
No, she doesn't. You don't know her that well.
Nah, she's dating you. She doesn't have much going for her.
Exactly.
Wow.
Alex King is here. He says, Banter Lash. Great.
That'd have been a better name. That'd have been a better name.
That would have been. But anyway, so speaking of the greatest Royal Rumble, I want to try a thing with the current WWE landscape. So we all know that Brock vs. Roman happened in the steel cage, and it ended with somehow Brock retaining. We all expected him to lose, right? So here's what I'm suggesting. The Linear Universal Championship, where we pretend that Roman Reigns won the belt at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
But Sam, I think you'll find that title is not legitimate.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. Roman Reigns is going to win the belt soon enough anyway.
Hopefully
and
not.
I hate Brock. So really, we can just pretend that Roman is Universal Champion, and that makes all of his matches more interesting and more relevant.
I think Andy would rather watch paint than see Roman Reigns as champion. To be honest.
I would rather get punched in.
Are you still on this this weird anti? I hate Roman Reigns.
Oh, he's on it until he dies, mate. Even if Roman becomes good, he's like, no, I still won't. I'm committed.
I'm genuinely surprised that at this point, when Roman is actually a fairly decent wrestler, I'm genuinely surprised that Andy can still be like, no, he sucks. I hate him.
Because he can't talk.
Yeah, and his only excuse is, well, he's shit. Well, Andy, that's not an excuse. That's not a reason why you hate someone. Like, a legitimate excuse.
He's shit because I don't like him.
He's shit because he is Roman Reigns and
he's got the personality of this desk. He actually looks like a boring
Mr.
person.
Charisma.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because I'm not a WWE superstar. So there we go. So that's why I don't go for that, because I have like the personality of a
the only people allowed to be charismatic are WWE wrestlers.
Earphones have two things that are meant to go over your ears.
No, he really likes his left ear and he really wants to show it to the world.
That's my right ear. I'm nuts. The point is that Roman is
boring.
I'll
let you have that one. I'll let you have that one for free, because that's the only time you're ever going to get that. Savor it.
What a moment. Savor this moment for the rest of your life. So the point is that he's just boring. His character has not changed since The Shield. And I'm not talking about like the second reincarnation. Yeah, oh, shut up, because it's true.
No, it's not true.
You have a weird obsession with AJ Styles, so whatever. So the point is
that... The thing is, AJ Styles is a legitimately good actor. Wow, legitimately good wrestler.
I mean, technically, I suppose.
Whereas Roman Reigns is also a legitimately good wrestler. So I'm genuinely confused.
Also, I like how he has to bring in my fandom of AJ Styles to try and somehow prove his point that Roman Reigns isn't good.
You know what? I'm surprised.
How are those two related, Andy?
I'm surprised he didn't zone in on Seth Rollins, another fella that you quite enjoy.
Yeah. Or even, I know, any of the New Japan stars. Oh, wait, he doesn't know any because he just watches Being the Elite. And he pretends to like New Japan. I actually
do watch New Japan, and I'm going to the New Japan UK show and also Progress. So stay up.
Who's your favorite New Japan wrestler, Andy?
My favorite New Japan wrestler is Kenny Omega.
How did I know? Okay. How did I know he was going to say that?
How could we have guessed? Okay.
The only name I can pronounce.
Let's narrow down the field. Who's your favorite Japanese wrestler?
My favorite Japanese wrestler is...
Oh, he has to think. He has to think.
Aquan just took over there.
Aquan did not take over. My favorite Japanese wrestler is...
Stalling for time. Yeah.
You're pressuring me. Stop it.
I mean, you could just say
no,
who your favorite is. You shouldn't have to think about it. You should already know, Andy.
If you had a favorite Japanese wrestler, you'd be like, boom, straight out there. Kenta, straight away. I know he's in NXT, but you get what I mean.
Yeah,
I self-admittedly don't watch New Japan.
Even Kenta Kobashi. No, wait, he's retired.
Okada.
All right.
His full name? What's his full name, Andrew?
Rainmaker.
That's his full name, Okada Rainmaker.
Rainmaker Okada, yeah, that's it.
There you go.
Well done, yeah. Fucking exposed you, dickhead. Yeah, he's going to a New Japan show. Tell us about it.
What's that?
Tell us about how much you love Being the Elite so much that you're going to see a New Japan show.
There's an event in Milton Keynes.
Also known as...
Don't ever be a promoter. Don't be a promoter.
So, guys, there's this event. It's in Milton Keynes. It's called wrestling. And Kenny Omega.
Yeah, it's got Kenny Omega. What's wrong with Kenny Omega?
Oh, and all of the Being the Elite cast. Oh, I love the youngest of the Bucks.
And the American
Martin Skull. Oh, yeah, Cody. We all love Cody.
What about Jushin Liger? I like Jushin Liger. Liger's great. Liger's my favorite.
Name one of his matches.
No, you can name the one he had with Tyler Breeze at TakeOver. What's your favorite? What's your favorite Liger match? If he's good and you know he's good, what matches of his have you seen and which one did you like the most?
My favorite Liger match is him And
Yeah. Again, he has to think about this because he doesn't know.
Brian
Exactly.
Pillman.
Huh?
Brian Pillman.
Weird, but okay, fine. I think you're just proving my point even more. But anyway, we have a chat. Let's read, shall we? Kim's here. Apparently. I thought she was in your house.
Well, she's sat next to me at the moment.
Multitasking. Lovely.
Yes.
Woofy is here.
Voidstall made a very good point. Oh,
Ah.
great. Andy feigning to be a fan just to detract from the weekly Andy can't form a proper argument against Roman segment.
Yeah. That popular weekly segment that we produce. It's great. I love it.
It's
here.
probably up there with Sheamus Watch, let's be honest.
I miss Sheamus Watch.
Sheamus Watch was great. It's one of my
It
favorite
was.
inventions.
It's a claim to the fame. Sheamus.
Okay, Andy is. Moments passed. Let's move on.
Moments passed, awkwardness heightened. So Backlash! Isn't it wonderful?
Oh, wonderful pay-per-view that we forgot it was a thing because they did the greatest.
How many of us know the matches that are on this card?
Without looking at Wikipedia.
Liam knows 0. Andy knows.
Yeah,
Shinsuke
no. Let's. Shh. I've got a great way that we can discuss this podcast because we all clearly know what the card is going into tonight, right? We all know.
Oh yeah, we all know. Yeah.
Let's pretend for the rest of this podcast that myself and Andy don't know, and Sam can explain it to us. Let's try that. That could be an interesting way to do the podcast tonight.
Somehow, I think it'll be quite easy to pretend that's how it is.
I know that Nia Jax is taking on Alexa Bliss.
Oh yeah,
Andy,
you wouldn't know that, wouldn't you,
pretend
Andy?
Shut up.
Oh yeah, good comeback, Andy. Brilliant. Well done, mate. 5 stars in the Tokyo Dome.
Not good at 6 though. Oh.
Oh yeah, oh, I love that 6-star
See,
match
again,
that Kenny
this
Omega
is
had. Which one?
Where a joke has gone beyond its longevity. Oh, fuck it.
Oh,
Never mind.
So kicking off Backlash, ladies and gentlemen, we have Bayley versus Ruby Riott. Why is it not happening? Well, let's have a look. Basically, this match is happening because let me have a think.
What is Andy doing?
I'm saying I'm getting water.
Brilliant. Yeah,
Oh my
okay.
God, his
Andy
ass is on the camera.
Andy Buttcam, this is brilliant. Look, everybody. Look at this wonderful view that he's subjecting us to. Isn't this great? I love how he turned the camera around just so we can see this view.
The sad thing is, Sam, after 10 years, most podcasts, most media creations kind of have found their footing.
And
This is what we are after 10 years.
This is where we've come. Oh yeah, Fairy, not Spawn. It's just moving slowly. Yeah, take your time, Andy. It's not like we're doing a fucking show right now.
Can I go to the toilet if he's doing this?
Can I just leave? Can I go?
Can we just go?
Can we just have a 5-minute break?
Andy's life cam.
Here we are. Oh, yeah, the sofa. That's great. Why is there a sofa in your fucking kitchen?
An open plan kitchen, like you said.
It's an open plan piece
right.
of shit.
Yeah, an open plan piece of shit.
Just like his life. But anyway. Yeah, you choke. Yeah.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
Hey, you are the only one laughing. Oh no, wait, Simon.
Kim put, oh my God, my boyfriend is an idiot. I feel so sorry for Kim.
Am I
I
an
do.
idiot?
She's really punching above her weight here. That's
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think when
How
Andy
did you
masturbates, he's punching above his own weight.
Oh. I mean, I didn't quite want to go there.
Right.
Oh,
Anyway,
what you've
let's talk about the thing that we're supposed to be talking about.
Okay, so basically, Ruby Riott made fun of Bayley's dog. So that's why this match is happening.
It could be worse.
Mm-hmm.
You remember WrestleMania 18 Edge and Booker T
No,
fighting over a Japanese hair commercial.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And that was at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that was at WrestleMania 18.
So yeah, it's not actually why this match is happening. I just like making fun stories to see if it actually improves the reason for the match happening. But
what is the actual story then?
there isn't one.
So instead of Sasha, which is quite clearly what they should be doing,
Yep.
they've got Ruby Riott.
Yep.
Okay. I guess you've got to use her somehow.
I
mean, now that Paige
you-
is gone, I guess you've got a new alternative girl that you can use.
It's almost as if they have them on backup.
Yeah.
They just have them in a line at the performance center.
Oh, Ruby Riott's got the flu. Okay, next. Bring him in. Just pretend.
Who would be after her? Who's the next alternative girl?
Nikki Cross,
one.
come on, Nikki, let's go.
There you go, Nikki Cross, the next one.
She's crazy. Great, because those gimmicks always pan out. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I want Sasha vs Bayley to happen, but for some reason the build to the feud is just like it's so slow. Like, it's so glacial. Like, they've been building this for 3 months now.
It feels almost like they want to do it, and then they get cold feet and don't do it, and then they do it again. It's just like they can't make up their mind when to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
been like 5 months, actually, because I've been doing it since before the Rumble, I think.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like,
why not just pull the trigger on this? People want to see it. I don't get it.
Well, especially with their history in NXT and the matches that they've done in NXT, like,
yeah, it's not like they had one of the best women's matches ever, right?
Are they going to save it for like a major pay-per-view or something?
What major pay-per-view is there next?
SummerSlam! But that's not
I would say Money in the Bank.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They're trying to build that up as one of the big ones, aren't they? But even then, that's next month. So we got another month of just, will they, won't they? Because I love those builds.
I mean, it's just there's a slow build. You can make slow builds, but then there's it's like what I said. What it feels like is they're on track. Oh no, wait, no, let's maybe not.
Right,
now.
hang on, hear me out, Ruby Riott.
Yeah, it's just like Jeff has just gone. What about Ruby Riott though? I love Ruby Riott.
Who's Jeff?
Jeff, he works there. Remember?
No, it's not Jeff.
Who is it?
No, God, not this again. We had Barry, we had Derek.
Barry!
This new one has shown up called Jeff.
Barry! My bad, sorry. Jeff's his brother at TNA. I got mistaken. My bad. Apologies.
Jeff, and then it's Barry. He's like, ugh!
What the fuck was that, Andy?
I just want that as a screenshot of Andy's face.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Have you noticed when Andy does these shows, he always kind of looks off to the left for and just smiles.
Oh yeah, because his girlfriend's there. He always does this. That's why he does it. Like, the reason why she's there is because he smiles and looks. He's like, oh, you exist still. Okay, good. He doesn't have object permanence. If he doesn't stare at her, she stops existing. That's how it works.
Oh, it's because her phone just went off and she's like, I don't want to be on camera, so get me off the camera.
Yeah, don't put her on camera if you don't want to be on camera. Why?
That's why I got the camera and did this.
You're a shitty boyfriend, Andy.
You're terrible.
No, to get her away from the camera, you idiot.
Right, yeah, read the chat. So, what are people saying? Woofy says, I hate the idea that WWE's women's booking could get worse after the Greatest Royal Rumble controversy, and it's happening so WWE can keep Saudi Arabia buttered up. Well, yeah, we love that.
To play devil's advocate with that, apparently Saudi Arabia has just made a new law or something. I don't know. I do not know the politics of Saudi Arabia. If I did, I think it'd be in my own. Yeah, right. But apparently they have signed a commission where women will be allowed to compete at sporting events and at wrestling events. So we could get women at the Greatest Royal Rumble next year. Hell, maybe a mixed Greatest Royal Rumble.
Guess what? Guess what? They're not gonna. You don't have to wait till next year because they're planning on doing another show this year.
I mean, it's almost as if they could have had this edict before Greatest Royal Rumble. There was, in fact, nothing stopping it from beforehand. Why now?
Also, the other thing as well that doesn't make sense. Sorry to keep going back to the Greatest Royal Rumble, but it was just such a bizarre show.
Propaganda shows generally are quite weird.
Well, this is why Sami Zayn didn't compete at the show because of his heritage, which doesn't make sense. Which doesn't make sense because apparently when they've done tours over there, he has competed. But now he's not allowed.
He didn't do a charity to help Syrian crisis victims.
Oh, I see. That's the difference.
Now he has Sami for Syria. Saudi Arabia is like, yeah, can he just not be on the plane ride?
So now that he's a humanitarian, he's now being punished and not allowed in.
It's almost like stop doing things in their country until they sort stuff out.
Maybe. But no, we need to have the greatest Survivor Series or whatever the fuck they're doing next.
The greatest Backlash. Where they're going to have the Backlash Championship that Braun Strowman's going to win.
And then never show up with it ever again.
Never show up with it again.
It's almost as if it's pointless.
It's almost as if it was a show that shouldn't have fucking existed.
Maybe. Yeah. Stussy Hayek says Bayley and Sasha should have been the Raw Women's title feud for WrestleMania. Yeah, as much as people like to think that Alexa and Nia is good, I mean, it's not bad, but come on, I'm not going to be stoned for saying that Bayley vs. Sasha would be better, right? I'm not crazy here in saying that would be better.
I don't know. I liked the idea of Alexa and Nia, personally. I mean, I've got to be honest, I prefer Alexa over Sasha. I feel Sasha is way, way, way too overhyped as a pro wrestler. She's good, but she's not like fucking The Rock level or Stone Cold level for women's wrestling. She's good, but she's not the John Cena or the Hulk Hogan of the women's division. I don't think she can hold a candle to someone like Lita, frankly.
Yeah, hilarious.
Oh yeah, I love how Andy just interjects brutally and then doesn't explain himself.
Yeah, just
That's
like
great. It's like, ha, you suck.
I don't understand how, like, I don't know, 10 minutes ago, you two were like, oh, Sasha and Bayley had one of the greatest women's matches in history, and now
Sasha
you're like,
and
no,
Bayley.
he's not as good as The Rock or So Gold or Trish or Lita.
No, I'd be impressed if Sasha could wrestle a match completely by herself, but there's two to tango there, buddy. Sasha's one half of that entire equation.
Yeah, but, you know, if her half was shit, like you're
I didn't
saying...
say she was... No, whoa, no, you're twisting my words. You didn't even listen to what I said. I didn't say she was shit. I just said she's overhyped as a wrestler. I said she's good, but she's not the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Well, how can you not be the greatest thing since sliced bread and have one of the greatest women matches of all time?
Because the standard for women's wrestling at that point was pretty fucking low, Andrew.
Yeah. He has a point.
Okay, fine.
Oh, stop shitting on my bay, he says. As he gets on his white horse.
I mean, if you really want, I mean, you can compare someone like AJ Styles and Shane McMahon to Sasha and Bayley and see, you know, if you really want to do comparisons to that, I guess we can. But in terms of pure women's wrestling, yeah, they had one of the best women's wrestling matches of all time. Didn't mean it was the best wrestling match of all time.
No.
I mean, you got to remember, they were also competing against matches that also had bra and panty matches and swimsuit contests.
And a pool of mud.
Yeah,
remember the pool of mud, guys? Remember that legendary feud involving Hulk Hogan and Big Van Vader when they were wrestling in a mud pool? It's great, isn't it?
And actually,
Steve Blackman and
Bullet Club has actually pointed something out. Well, she just mentioned Charlotte Flair, who I think she's better than Sasha, frankly.
Oh, yeah, Charlotte is one of the... Oh, yeah, okay, let's hear how Andy doesn't like Charlotte.
Go on,
right.
Let me guess. She's pushed too much and she has no personality.
I'm not attracted to her, therefore.
It's not that, it's just, I don't know, like, I think she's on par with Sasha. There's no, like...
No.
She's better. What?
Okay, well, hang on, wait. Okay, right, so she's on par with Sasha, and you think Sasha's one of the best wrestlers in the world, right? Yes. But she's on par with Sasha, and yet she didn't have as good a matches with Charlotte as she did with Bayley back in NXT. So Let's pick apart your argument here,
Oh,
Andy.
there we go.
No, you can't do it to me, and then I do it to you, and you go. Right? No, go and answer that. Why didn't they have as memorable and interesting matches as Bayley and Sasha in NXT? If they're on par with each other.
It's not like Charlotte was in one of the best matches of the night at WrestleMania, right?
Okay, name a great match that Charlotte has had since going to SmackDown, as Bullet Club versus The Shield suggests. Name a good match.
WrestleMania versus Asuka.
No.
Fuck you! Fuck you, motherfucker! That was one of the best matches of the entire night. You can't just be, no, it doesn't back up my point, so you're wrong. Get fucked, dude. I'm sorry, you're full of shit. Anyway, I think Bayley's gonna win this inconsequential match at Backlash.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I'm gonna say Ruby Riott because Sasha will interfere.
I don't think she will. I don't think she will. With the glacial movement of this rivalry, I don't think Sasha's even going to show up.
And plus, we have the Riot Squad at ringside. That could be a factor.
That will be a factor.
But yeah, I'm sticking with Bayley because fuck it, don't matter, right? And besides, we all want a shot at winning the Suplash belt, don't we?
Is that a thing?
I've decided, in the vein of the greatest Royal Rumble, I've decided that instead of having a championship we defend, why not just have a championship tied to events?
Yeah, that works. That totally works.
Because fuck it, we can't be bothered anymore.
Can Kim join this?
No.
Does she want to?
She said she wanted to, but
no.
I mean, she has to be on camera if she wants to join.
She also still has dignity. You have to have no dignity to part.
Yeah, a lot of your self-worth and happiness is tied to a plastic toy with tinfoil on it. So we don't really want to go there, do we? So how about
he actually doesn't have tinfoil on it anymore because it fell off.
Oh yeah, brilliant! That really saves your point, doesn't it? Brilliant. So let's start with a tag match, shall we? Let's start with another inconsequential match that has no reason behind it whatsoever. We have, in the red corner, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And in the blue corner, we have, well, it's the red corner because they're all on Raw, but anyway, in the other red corner, we have Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman, a.k.a. Y. That's the team name. Why?
He was waiting to do that.
Yeah.
Also, what about the Braun? Do we love Braun? Do we love Braun? That's their team name. The big.
Why are you trying to salvage this? Why are you trying to salvage it? Just stop it.
Big Bobby and Braun. Triple B. The big Bobby Braun.
Oh my god.
The big. They're big.
This is the part of the show where the helpline comes up at the bottom of the screen. If you too, like Andy, struggle with forming simple sentences, call the number. All costs will be donated to charity. So, yeah, this match is just happening. There's no reason for it. So how about we come up with a reason? Andy, why is this match happening? Stretch those creative muscles that you're clearly so good at.
I have one.
Okay, Liam. Yeah, sure.
So basically what happened was that Kevin and Sammy were just walking around backstage, and then Bobby came up and was like, "Hey, Sammy, did you hear what Braun did?" And Sammy was like, "No, what's he done?" And Bobby was like, "It's Braun. He's gone to Syria." He's like, "Why's he gone to Syria?" And then Bobby's like, he pissed on a Syrian child. Just opened the hose and just right on it, right in his eye.
Don't say opened the hose.
And then dogs started barking, and they had the idea of Braun pissing on a Syrian child, and that made Sammy even more annoyed because he's vegan or vegetarian or something.
There's a reason why you don't do this show as often as you used to. And I think we figured out that reason.
So Sammy was like, hey Braun, don't piss on Syrian kids. And Braun's just like,
Bah!
and Braun was just like, well, the kid was going to get these hands.
Suplash is no longer the wholesome family show that I had in mind.
It never was.
Put your fucking microphone down! Stop picking the fucking thing up!
I did. I moved closer to it.
It's just as bad.
You did say not to do that, so
You didn't say not to, so I'm going to be a prick and do it anyway.
Yeah, Liam, that's why something about pissing on a child. I kind of zoned out when you mentioned
Oh.
Syria. I'm sorry.
It was probably Nicholas, as M. Gunter said. Braun probably just started pissing on Nicholas's face. Right on it. Just Sammy's like, why are you doing that? And Kevin was just like, did you call me fat? And he's like, no one mentioned anything about fat, Kevin. No one's talking to you. And then Kevin was like, all right, me and you versus me and Sammy versus Bobby. And Bobby's like, I didn't do anything. I just gave you the news. And yeah, and that's why this is a thing.
So I think that it was Braun and Bobby were like eating, and Bobby's like, I'm gonna have all these cheeseburgers, and Braun was just like, Braun, and then like Kevin and Sammy took the cheeseburgers, and then Bobby called them a bastard, and that's how we have our match.
I feel like this is a much more successful way to describe a card.
I think this is the best way to describe a card. The big cheeseburger team, they're gonna win. Sacrifice. No.
Here come the sweats. Here come the sweats because I'm laughing too hard. Well, my reason for this match happening is that at the annual post-WrestleMania dinner party,
Yes.
Kevin was sitting at the table with Sammy, and then Braun and Bobby come in because they hitched a ride together.
Did they piss on a Syrian child? Did they piss on a Syrian child?
No, will you stop with the pissing?
No. I mean, that's your story. This is my story. So they hitched a ride together, which you can see on Ride Along. It doesn't feature any children or water sports. But they come into the party and they're like, Braun is like, Braun, because apparently he can only say his name according to Andy. So then Bobby interprets saying, hey man, you're in our seats. You're in our seats, so you gotta move. And then Kevin and Sammy are like, no. And then Kevin's like, wait a minute, I recognize you, Bobby. You threw the pie at me all those years ago. And now it's retribution for A, stealing seats, and B, pie throwing. What the fuck is my life? Like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this shit? Why am I here? What are we doing with our lives? This is what we've come to now. This is great. I love it. Wouldn't have it any other way. What are the chat saying? Fucking Christ. Alex King says, Liam makes a good joke. 5 seconds later, Andy kills the joke. That's how it's always been. How it always will be.
Then,
Forever.
now, forever.
M. Gunter just says Braun Golden Showers Strowman. I really don't want that to be his name going forward, but I feel like it's a meme that's gonna stick. Thanks, Liam. So, who do we think's winning, guys?
When Brawl comes back, there we go, new character. He's just all yellow. It's just Braun Strowman, but he's all yellow.
He's a Simpson.
Covered in piss.
Well, yes, Andy, that was the joke. Thank you for pointing out.
Okay, cool. Lovely. I love jokes here. We're full of them. Who's winning this match, guys?
Bobby and Braun.
I'm gonna say the big team of Bobby and Braun. B&B. Bobby and Braun.
I mean, you could have just said that like 20 minutes ago, and that would have been good.
That would have been good.
You didn't have to go through your fucking Filofax of a brain with all your shitty joke catalogs. You could have just said that one first, and it would have saved us all some time. I think it will be Bobby and Braun, B&B. they will get it done because they're big. And
Wait,
large.
if one of them jumps off the top rope, will they then be called Airbnb?
You're a genius! Oh my god! Ben Braun can jump off the top ropes. That's a brilliant idea. Let's point to our nose. This is going to be great. This show.
What was that noise?
Him in the chat says, so Kim in the chat says, Beavis and Butthead are here. Poor Sam. The club yells, torture him, make him cry. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're nearly there. We're nearly there, everybody.
The best show of shows.
Indeed, the greatest Backlash. Moving on to my main event. My favorite match of the entire night. It will surely be Daniel Bryan versus the biggest Colin of all, Big Cass.
Is he still called Big Cass? I thought they named, like, they trademarked Colin Cassidy and they were going to call him Colin Cassidy again. He
is Big Cass to me, and he always will be. Then, now, and forever. Big Cass. So you may be thinking, why is this happening? Well, it's because everyone remembers the magical day where we all had a fever dream, it seems, and Daniel Bryan was once again cleared to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
It was a magical day. However, also on that day, one bigger Cassidy. You all right there, Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. One day, Bigger Cassidy was also cleared on that very same day. So he's pissed at Daniel for stealing the spotlight, and he doesn't understand what all of the hype is about, because he is short and Colin is big. So,
okay, well, that's an interesting...
That's
you came up with a really good story, but I have a better story that I...
No, that's the actual story.
No more your stories, please.
No, that's actually the story, but I mean, if
that's
you want to
make... the story.
You want to make up one, go ahead.
Well, basically, Colin Cassidy pissed on Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan wasn't happy with that, so that's what happened.
Yeah. What is it with you on water sports today?
Is that the legit story, though? It was just the fact that I also came back, and I am not happy at Daniel Bryan.
But I'm big.
I just imagine Big Cass is just that he's like Andy, but tall.
Yeah. If Andy was tall and looked like Macaulay Culkin.
He does a little bit.
Yeah.
And he looks like Macaulay Culkin on drugs.
So, Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Great. So, in the chat, Wolfie says, Daniel Bryan loses. I'm saddened, but Big Cass is a pet project on SmackDown. Of course he is. He is the biggest pet project of them all.
Yeah, we've got to hit the point where Daniel Bryan, it's great that he's returned, but
he's not going to be booked any differently.
Yeah, he's not going to be, just because he's back doesn't mean he's going to win every single one of his matches, and that's just something that we're going to have to learn.
The loser again, Daniel Bryan, tell a friend.
That's stupid.
To Japan, to Japan, to Japan, to Japan, to Japan.
He'll die within a year.
Wow, big grim, Sam.
Yeah, Jesus. So anyway, Big Cass is going to win, obviously. So
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Genuinely, Big Cass isn't good. However, they might do a gender. They might have him win the WWE Championship within a year. I even said that that's definitely going to happen. So I feel like this is going to be the start of that. He gets a victory over Daniel Bryan. He then gets put into a weird fatal 6-way contenders match, which he wins. And then everyone's like, oh, this will be a good filler feud for AJ. Oh, wait, no. He won? Shit.
No.
No, this didn't. Rewind. Go back. It'll be exactly the same.
I think Sam's right, because before he got injured, like, Big Cass was being put into matches for contendership for the Universal title and Raw. So it makes total sense that this is what they're going to do. And it's, you know, he's not really a big charismatic guy at this point.
I mean, he is a big guy, but he's not big on charisma.
So you can't have him.
That's not his name.
So you can't just have him just show up and take out AJ Styles, because it wouldn't feel like he's earned it yet. That's one of the issues that we had with Jinder. It was just too quick, and it didn't feel like he earned it, even though in kayfabe he legitimately did by winning a fatal 4-way match. It felt like his character hadn't earned that opportunity.
And his title said big ass.
Yep, that was the joke, Andy. Yep, fantastic. That's something that happened over a year ago. Let's reference that, because
that's worth bringing up. In the middle of a sentence, no less. M. Gunter in the chat says Big Cass gets Money in the Bank. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see him doing that.
He has the biggest chance because he's the biggest Colin in that match.
Oh, but also his Titantron said he has a big ass, everyone.
He's shit and I do not like him. Ha 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 ha.
Do you like him, Andy? Do you like Big Cass?
No.
Okay, why not?
Shocker.
Because he hasn't got any charisma at all.
Okay, yeah, as we've learned, Mr. Charisma Andy Kwan knows all about that.
I'm not saying I'm the aptitude of charisma myself, okay? I'm not like that guy, but he's not charismatic. He's just big. He has to.
Yeah. So
that is Braun. It. No. Braun has charisma. He has the it factor.
The official does this character have charisma barometer from Andy has come in.
Hang on. Wait. 2 years ago, Andy hated Braun.
Yeah.
So he has no charisma. He wears a sheep mask.
But Braun improved.
Okay, Cass could improve.
Huh?
Big Cass could improve. You could be ahead of a curve like me.
Well, he hasn't right now, so no.
To be fair, the guy's been sidelined for like a year.
Rome wasn't built in a day, Andy. Braun wasn't built in a day, Andy.
Roman wasn't built in a day.
Yeah.
He was built over about, how long ago? Like a couple of months at least.
Right, who did you say?
Anyway, so Big Cass is going to win.
Yeah, I feel like they're doing the thing where they're going to project him to big things, and so Big Cass will win this big match. My personal main event of the evening.
Oh, you're that guy. Okay.
What? I'm that guy? Okay, well, who is that guy, Andy? Please tell me. Who am I?
You're just saying the thing that you know that would annoy me because...
Oh, he says the opposite of everything I think because it's all about me, Andy Kwan. He's not allowed to have opinions of his own. No! He's gotta oppose me. That's all it is. Never mind that we agree on certain things. No, we throw all those out the window.
Carry on. You were saying? I'm that guy? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool.
Yeah.
Good talk. Who do you think's winning?
Big Cass.
Oh, I hate him, but he's winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that entire argument was pointless.
Yeah.
Well, they don't listen to anything I say, so there you go then.
In fact, they actually do the opposite of everything you say because it all revolves around you, Andy.
I can just imagine that Barry's like, Andrew said that Big Cass is going to win, so we're going to make Daniel Bryan win. All right, Barry, whatever.
What is that
voice?
What's up?
I don't know what that voice was.
Do it again.
I can't do it again.
Stop. He's not a fucking performing monkey, Andy. He has rights. He's a human like you. Shut up. Sadly. So, Bullet Club says, Mom and Dad, stop fighting. Okay, hold the fuck up. Before we continue, we have to decide who's the mom and who's the dad here.
Sam's the dad.
And I'm the mum.
No, no.
Andy was a bit too happy to go straight to the
Yeah.
a bit too keen on that.
I want to imply that I've bred with him. Like, no. Can you not, mate?
Wow.
I know we're
Don't
friends.
listen to that. Don't listen to that. Oh God.
I mean,
So,
this is
big
just gone
cast.
awkward now.
So next match, Sam.
Okay, as we're powering through
Do you have
this.
a pet name for him yet, Andy?
What's that?
Do you have a pet name for Sam?
Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if he's the dad, you're the mum. Clearly, you're married.
Hmm.
So, what's the pet name that you give Sam?
We're a wholesome Christian family.
Well,
Boots.
Boots.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. Yeah, good one.
Boots.
Brilliant.
Boots.
How long did it take you to come up with that
Boots.
one, Andy? Did it take you some pen and paper, writing it down, 5 hours, or did you just come up with that off the cuff? 'Cause you're an improv genius, as we've come to learn throughout this entire show. Yeah. So the next match is for the Linear Universal Championship.
That doesn't exist.
Shut. Look, I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun. Why? Let me have fun.
Burke just wants to have fun. Fun.
Oh, Sam just wants to have. It's all he really wants.
But Andy's a dickhead. So for the Linear Universal Championship, it is Roman Reigns defending against Samoan Joseph.
Senior Joe, as Scott Stein would say. The numbers don't lie.
Look, Joe. The numbers don't lie. This match is happening because Samoa Joe wanted to fight Roman. And that's it.
Oh, I love the Raw creative team. They're so good at what they do.
Samoa Joe's on SmackDown, Andy.
Wow, Andy.
Okay, since you think the Raw creative team is so shit, how about you tell us how this match came to be? Please enlighten us.
Story. You create the story as to why
The
this
Suplah
match.
creative team is going to give you a lecture here, people. Get your pen and paper. It's going to be a long one. Please.
Honestly, this is clearly going to be long-term booking. This is going to be a year and a half of these two behemoths finally meeting in the ring for the Linear Universal title. Go on, Andy.
So they're both called Joe.
No, one of them's
Yes,
called
they are.
Roman.
Shut up! And they don't like each other. And they're from Samoa, sort of. So
No, Roman's from Pensacola, Florida.
So basically, they just don't like each other.
I mean, you're just saying things that aren't even correct at this
So
point.
you know that Roman.
I mean, you give shit to the Raw creative team, but at least they don't lie. No, please carry on. Yeah.
So anyway, Roman Reigns is going to win, isn't he?
And everyone knows that Joe is a rocket scientist. It's like, no, Andy, it's never been alluded to once that he's a rocket scientist.
No, he is, because I say he is.
Any other fun character tidbits that we don't know about this man called Joe that's apparently Samoan named Roman Reigns from Pensacola, Florida?
Is this the first time that Joe and Roman have had a match?
No. They've had a match on Raw.
So, yeah. So they're just like.
And I'm pretty sure they were in that Fatal 5-Way last year at Extreme Rules, which Samoa Joe won.
Yeah, so Roman wants to get his own back.
I mean, it's not like Andy needed help at all with this idea, and it's not like it's any better than what we've actually discussed.
Andy's story was legitimately, they're both called Joe, they're both Samoan, and that makes them want to fight each other.
Even though one of them is from Samoa and one of them is called Joe, that one being Samoa Joe. One of them is from Pensacola, Florida, that being Roman Reigns, whose name isn't Joe.
No, they're both called Joe and they're both Samoan, Sam.
Oh yeah, it must be true, because Andy said so. Is that a thing now? Andy just dictates everything. Is this what gaslighting is, right? This is an abusive tactic. He's like, no, this is how it is. I'm like, no, that's clearly a lie. You're just saying it is to make your side of the argument seem positive. No,
This is how it is. No biggie. mate.
He's not even got a response to that.
No, Liam, why is this match happening?
Oh,
Basically,
If you say anything about urinating on children, you're out.
yeah, don't say anything about that.
so basically, it involved a Syrian child.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
He was called Syrian Joe, and
Does that imply that there's a Joe from every place? the first bit of her name is just where they're from.
Swedish Joe, Norwegian Joe,
Glasgow Joe. He's
Australian
angry,
Joe,
Pensacola
basically-
Joe.
Jamaican Joe.
I mean,
Also,
I don't
Kim,
think
Kim in the chat says, why does Sam know so much about Roman Reigns? I don't know. It's not like they say his name is Roman Reigns and that he's from Pensacola, Florida, every time he comes out to the fucking ring or anything. Oh, yeah. I clearly know so much about him from not paying attention. Please, Liam, carry on. So
I don't think my story needs
Syrian. No, please. I want to hear the Ballad of Syrian Joe.
No, I'm going to leave it there. That all you need to know is it involves Syrian Joe. That's it.
Okay.
That's all you need to know.
Okay. Good dog.
Do we have a new Brawl character? I don't know.
No, we don't, Andy. It's not appropriate.
Okay.
He's got a lot on his plate right now, if you haven't read the fucking news. Oh, for the Linear Universal Championship, I'm saying Roman Reigns. From Pensacola, Florida.
Roman Reigns.
I think
Oh,
Roman
I
Reigns
hate
because-
him, but he's winning anyway.
Great.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I think, yes, I was going to say Syrian Joe.
Yeah, run in from Syrian Joe.
No, I think Samoa Joe is going to he's going to eat the pinfall here. I think it's Roman. Roman lost at WrestleMania. He lost at the Greatest Royal Rumble. It's not that I'm not Andy. I don't think, well, he's dead now. His character is dead. He's got nowhere to go because he's lost. But there's only so much losing at major events that Roman will have in a row. I can't see him eating another pinfall here, especially if Samoa Joe is going to go over to SmackDown. They need to start. It's fine that Brock has left, but they need to rebuild Roman's character as a credible threat, because if he's lost twice, he put up major fights against Brock. I'm not saying his character didn't, but he needs to. There needs to be a period where he kind of needs to rebuild himself to take on Brock again. So I think Roman's going to get the win on this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Andy's going to butt in and being like, no, he wins all the time, even though he hasn't.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't won a major match in quite a while.
And he's had two of the most boring matches I've ever seen.
Well, I'm not talking about the quality here, right? The quality is objective. Yeah, the WrestleMania match was boring. I will admit that.
Yeah.
But I'm talking from a story, canon, how this is going to progress for his character kind of thing. Not just like, well, the match was shit, so Roman's just shit as a wrestler. Like, that's inconclusive to what...
Andy, isn't that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, let's look at Roman and AJ Styles, for example.
Good matches.
Whereas you look at someone like Brock versus Dean.
Not great.
Brock is
Brock
part
versus
of the problem.
Braun.
Brock is just as much as
Hang
part
on,
of the problem.
Brock versus Braun.
But a bad match.
Brock is just as much part of the problem.
I love how Andy is
That's the major
clamoring.
part of the problem.
Andy always clamors to see like Braun versus Brock, even though the one time we have seen it, it was a terrible match.
Yeah, but he should just destroy him in about 4 seconds.
Oh yeah, because that's going to happen, isn't it? That's physically possible.
Yeah,
A match to end in 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really thought that one out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go with the Superman booking of Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? If Braun was booked the way that Andy is saying them to book Braun, Andy would hate Braun.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate Braun.
I mean, I have a problem with Braun's booking anyway, but I'm not allowed to say it because we all like Braun and we're not allowed to say anything bad about him.
Do we like Braun?
Yes.
We have to. Because we don't. Oh well, that's bad.
All right, why do you not like Braun?
Because he wins too much. That's the thing. He's booked way too strongly. Like, not even the fact that he wins all of his matches. That was a joke. It's mainly that he's built up as being a guy that no one can win in a match. Only Roman or Brock, and Brock is here for like 6 days in a year, and Roman can beat him, but he also loses a lot to Braun. So
also, I want to point something out. Right, Andy says that Roman is booked to the moon and Braun isn't. When was the last time Roman won a tag team battle royal completely by himself?
When was the last time that Roman won the tag titles by himself? And don't fucking say that a 10-year-old child was there.
Nicholas. He had the great tag team partner.
Oh yeah, I love his moveset of nothing. I love when he tagged in and did nothing and then fucked off again. He has about as much wrestling talent as Pac-Man Jones.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But no, we hated that when it was in TNA, but no, we love it in WWE because it's Braun. Fuck off. What I'm saying is, like, this is why I didn't want Braun moving to SmackDown, and then you were like,
"Oh, fuck you, Sam! You say everything the opposite of me!"
It's like, no, because if Braun went to SmackDown, no one would beat him, and that would be boring. If you tell me that Shinsuke Nakamura or AJ Styles have a fucking chance of beating Braun Strowman, you are full of shit and lying to yourself. He's booked too strongly, and that's fine, because on Raw, there's roster depth. He can do feuds without a belt. He can lose to the champion if it's Brock. No other time. That's what I'm saying. He's booked way too strong. That's just my opinion, though. But no, we love him. Braun. Yeah. Isn't it great?
Yes.
Don't know if anyone agrees with me. Let me know. But yeah, that's what that is. Moving on to a different match. Have we all given our predictions?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I said Roman.
Yeah, I said Roman.
Wonderful. So, let's talk about some mid-card belts, shall we? Let's talk about Jeff Hardy, the United States champion, versus Randall Keith Orton. Whoa, are we in 2009?
Yeah, what is this? What is happening?
Let me look at the build on Wikipedia.
So,
according to this, Jeff Hardy won the belt, and Orton won the #1 contenders match.
I actually like that they've put Orton in the mid card. Like, he had his run as the WWE champion in the noughties, and the early 2010s. Like, he did that. It's kind of about time that he stepped back. I think he's better used in the mid card to put over up and coming talent. It's just ironic that he's going up against Jeff Hardy, a man that they had a rivalry with nearly 10 years ago, for the world title. It's a bit strange, not gonna lie.
I mean, that rivalry was one of my favorite ones back when I first started watching, like back in the day. This was like maybe a year into my wrestling fandom, and I loved Jeff Hardy at the time, and obviously him fighting for the world title was a staple of that year. So his match with Orton at the Rumble I thought was pretty great. I haven't watched it recently, but I remember at the time thinking, wow, this is great. So I'm okay with this.
Andy?
He's gone. He's vanished.
Hello.
There he is.
I'm good with this. I want Jeff to win. I'm kind of... Orton's just crap and boring.
I mean, he's not crap, Andy.
But no, he's okay. Okay, his character's been the same for years.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
It's just...
All the characters need to change on a monthly basis, or else I quit. On a monthly
basis, you big Egypt, but he's literally had the same thing for years.
But to counter that, and just to counter that, I understand where Andy's coming from, but what could Randy Orton do? He started off. He was a cocky, pretty boy heel when he was with Evolution. Then he branched off into his own and headed a stable. Then he kind of floundered, and no one really knew what he did. He had a great rivalry, a really underappreciated rivalry with Christian, that people
Yes.
don't talk about enough. That was
Best rivalry of 2011.
It was a fantastic set of matches.
Mm-hmm.
And then he basically did nothing again. And then he joined the Wyatts, where he got a character change, but it wasn't utilized very well.
I mean, you skipped over the Authority, but okay.
Let's not talk about that. Let's just.
We like to forget that.
I mean, what could Randy Orton theoretically do, Andrew? What could his character do that's different?
No, I tell you what, he needs to grow a couple of feet, get a really big beard, and yell out his own name. And then it'll be
Orton!
No, it'd be better if it was Randy. Everyone would run.
Oh, I see. And then he's going to proclaim, "You'll get these hands, or you'll get these RKOs, or something."
I'll get more than these hands. I'm Randy.
You'll get these voices that are in my head.
Yeah, his theme doesn't make sense because they addressed the whole thing in his head.
Love how he deflects that criticism, by the way. He's just like, yeah, Orton's theme is shit, isn't it, guys? Yeah.
And also,
Orton's theme.
It says, in my veins. What's in your veins?
Venom. Because it says Venom on the side of the ring.
Yeah, well, they should swap those the other way around. It should say Venom on the screen and then in my veins at the... Also, isn't Venom a Marvel thing? So don't Marvel own Venom?
The word.
Not the word Venom.
Yeah, but
The
like on its own, like on an entertainment basis.
No. That's why they can use the word Hulk for Hulk Hogan. That's like saying no one can ever put the word spider on the internet because of Spider-Man.
Oh, that's
My name's Peter. Bad luck, mate.
Every time someone calls your name, you have to pay Marvel.
No, we can't say this brand name on a YouTube show that nobody watches or else we'll get sued, says Andy every time. Put that to the test. Mr. Sheen. Perfect for cleaning all of those unwanted bits on your furniture.
To be fair, it's backwards, so we wouldn't hit copyright.
Yeah, it actually says 1MN99.
This is painful. Holy shit.
That is
Andy Reid. Jesus Christ. So, what were we doing? Oh, yeah.
Randy Orton's character.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the few matches where I'm genuinely like, it's not that I don't care who would win, it's that I don't mind who would win.
Right, yeah. I mean, I want Jeff to win because we've seen Orton with the US belt recently. We're good. I don't really want it again. I want Jeff to have it so we can do more with Jeff.
The thing is, I would... It's different. There's a difference between who you think will win and who you want to win. I got to be honest, I actually would prefer Orton to win. And I tell you this because I would rather see someone like AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy for the WWE title, and then Randy Orton go up against... It wouldn't ever happen, but Randy Orton against someone like Ty Dillinger, for example. It wouldn't happen because, it's poor Ty, bless him. But
he has a number.
Yeah, but like I said, you remember when Cena was the US champion and he had a load of matches against people he'd never faced before. And it was different and refreshing. That's something that Orton could have. And Jinder's not on SmackDown anymore, so we don't have to worry about that.
Thank fuck.
So I think it's more beneficial in the long run if Randy gets the US title back and he starts feuding and putting over younger guys, newer guys, and we have Jeff go up against AJ one last time. Or heck, even Jeff versus Shinsuke.
AJ versus Jeff, they have it in DNA at some point. It must have done, right?
If that means it's not canon, so it didn't happen.
I mean, fuck me then. Great. Just wanted to make a conversation about that. But, that'd be great. You said for the last time. Like, if it never happened before, wouldn't it be for the first time?
They did it in TNA, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But no, apparently it never happened.
It's in WWE canon, it never happened.
No, not at all.
So,
that's why you never heard of Samoa Joe before he made his debut.
Should we say Orton's winning?
I'm going with Orton.
I'm sticking with Jeff.
Orton.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm going with Jeff.
Okay, you're going with Jeff. Excellent. I'm going with Orton.
All right, cool. Do you know who I'm going for, though?
You're going for fuck you.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Yeah, your mum's a cunt.
Wow, bit harsh. She's in the house. Calm down.
If she was out, it'd be fine. Yep, good one. What are the chat's saying? Bullet Club says, I want my drug addict to win. Jeffrey. Yeah. All right, cool. I like to forget about that part, especially that drunk driving thing he had this year.
Just recently.
I just like to forget that, because fuck it. What else am I going to do other than be miserable about WWE? Let me have fun, damn it. Woofy says, Elias is great. How dare you? Who said bad about Elias? Maybe someone in the chat. Elias is great. Andy doesn't like him, though.
I think
he's a
Elias...
one-dimensional character who plays guitar.
I think he's good.
Oh, here we go again! Flip, flop.
No, flip flop. It's almost like people improve, you Lego head twat. It's
like... brilliant! It's not like that comeback has been used 50,000 times.
It's almost like people improve.
Oh, okay. It's almost like at the time before you're like, no, they're shit, but then once they improve, you're like, I always liked them. They're great.
No, I've never said I always liked them. I hated them at one point. I
can imagine. Let's imagine this time, like 25 years ago or so, when Undertaker first debuted. But Andy is still who he is, and he's somehow making a podcast on the internet in 1993. Very interesting.
Just roll with it.
I guarantee you'd have hated the Undertaker. Guarantee you'd have hated him.
I wouldn't have hated the Undertaker.
He's pushed too hard. He's supposed to be a zombie. It's wrestling.
He wears grey. It looks shit. He wears purple. It looks shit. I know what you look.
That's tall. That's all.
I want that to be a shirt. He has tall. That's all. Kim says, I love Jeff because of the nostalgia. Yeah, I forget that Jeff's been wrestling for like 50 years. Like, it's crazy how long he's been going. I mean, I was a fan of his when I first started watching, so now I'm just like, yes, he back. I love it. He great. Plus, he's still good in the ring as well. He hasn't, like, gotten worse like you thought he would do, but he's still good. I want him to be in the mid card, but then at the same time, the temptation of seeing him in the main event wrestling like AJ Styles, whoa, that would be amazing.
Or Shinsuke.
Or anyone else in the SmackDown main event. It would be great. But yeah, I felt like they're sticking him in the mid card. So anyway, speaking of mid card things, we also have the Intercontinental Championship between Seth Rollins and The Miz.
Well, Seth Rollins is going to win. Unless they're doing a switcheroo.
What do you mean?
Well, is the Intercon... So, the US title... Oh, no, wait. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I forgot that Orton is on Raw. Let's just ignore what I just
said. The Miz is on SmackDown, isn't he?
Yes. So, that's what I'm saying. Seth Rollins is going to win. Unless they want Raw to have 2 belts.
The Intercontinental Universal Champion.
Wait a minute, this doesn't make sense.
Yep.
Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton.
Yeah, I thought they were on different brands, but they're not. I forgot Jeff's on SmackDown now, so that's what confused me. Yeah, he's on SmackDown.
Jeff's on SmackDown.
Jeff's on SmackDown. Is Randy on SmackDown?
Yes.
And The Miz is on SmackDown.
Yes.
But Seth is on Raw.
Yes.
Because Miz still has a title rematch, I believe.
What the fuck?
Yep, this show's stupid.
What?
Sam's brain's just imploding.
Burn it down!
You can see why, right? Like, why?
Because what it is it's the post-superstar shakeup, and this always happens because Vince is like, we need to shake things up, damn it. But Vince,
have some fun, damn it.
But Vince, we're in the middle of storylines. I don't care, damn it. I don't know why he's part of Hulk Hogan. Like, oh, we gotta do it, damn it.
His voice gets deeper and more guttural every time you do it.
Oh, we can't do that, damn it.
Shake things up, damn it.
We're going to turn it on XFL. We're going to put them in the
Perfectly balanced.
Like all the damn it. Kill half the universe, damn it.
Fire half the roster.
I have a magical glove, damn it.
Okay, Andy, now this is now
Back off.
So yeah, fuck it. This match is entirely pointless because SmackDown isn't having 2 mid-card belts.
Yeah.
Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? I don't know. WWE in a nutshell, everybody. I guess Seth's winning then. That's a shame. I want Miz to like break all of the records for that belt because he should.
But at the same time, it means that we're finally going to have a conclusion to the Miz Daniel Bryan 8-year rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
So we're at least going to get a payoff in that respect. And I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. The Miz, I know Andy hates him for some weird reason.
I don't. No, I don't.
But he's
okay. So this week he doesn't, right?
Okay, this week he doesn't hate him. Okay,
God,
right.
I haven't for months, you jagweeds.
But what is this new word? This word has come out of nowhere. What is this word? Jagweeds. Where is this come from?
Trying to make jagweed happen. It's not happening, Andy.
Anyway, the point is let's be honest. I know you wanted him to break the records, but The Miz is pretty much, I would say, on track to be a future Hall of Famer. The guy has, you know, he's main evented WrestleMania, although we don't talk about it. He's been WWE champion, although we don't talk about it. He's like a 20-time Intercontinental champion and has been he's been in every Intercontinental Championship match that's been on pay-per-view since 2016. Like, and he's without a doubt one of the most entertaining and best performing characters on the roster today. Like, yeah, it'd be great for him to break the record, but at the same time, I don't mind Jericho holding on to it. Like, I think at this stage, I'm more interested in seeing The Miz go up against Daniel Bryan and finally settling this 8-year beef that they've had. You know, Daniel Bryan finally getting retribution for The Miz basically poking him like a bear, saying, oh, you're retired, you're retired, can't do anything, can't touch me, you're the GM. I'm more interested in seeing something like that than seeing The Miz win it for another time. Like, that's great, but then what's he going to do after he's won it and he's broken that record? Oh, he'll drop it again, and then he'll win it again, and then he'll drop it again.
Maybe the feud with Bryan could also have the IC belt. I mean, it won't because he's not winning, but just, if we're speaking hypothetically here, that could happen.
Here's an out there one, right? What if the feud with Bryan involves a WWE title?
I would also like that to happen, but then again, I would also like to go to Disneyland and have $1 million.
I know, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So anyway, Seth's winning, without doubt.
Yeah, that's shitty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks. It'll be a good match, though.
Should be.
Should be.
We all care. So yeah, that's what happens when you book an inter-brand match for one mid-card belt and then don't for the other belt. What? You could have just put Randy Orton on Raw. That would have solved this entire problem. But no. You just didn't want to do that.
No, I just didn't want to do that.
No. So, let's talk about the women now. We love the women.
Wait, are we not at the end of this card?
No, we got the women's matches in the main event.
Oh, thank God.
It's great. So, women's match number 1. Let's go with Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss. So, at WrestleMania, we all saw that Alexa Bliss lost the championship to Nia. So the reason this match is happening is because 1, it's an automatic rematch clause, and 2, it's a blood feud that involves various members of the family being dragged.
Is that a reference to periods, Sam? Because if it is, that's really untasteful. Like, that's really bad.
Okay, not distasteful, untasteful.
Untasteful.
We're creating
no taste. It's just got no taste at all.
Right, yeah.
Just because they're women doesn't mean you have to bring up periods and blood. Like that's
I
a bit.
mean, you did that.
I mean, you're the one who said it was
that's
blood
literally-
feud because they're
What is it
women.
with you? What is it with you and pissing and blood?
Last I checked, that's not to do anything to do with urine, Andy. So you might want to go back to biology class and look that shit up.
Well, no, you just weird things with.
You've been doing it wrong this whole time.
Weird bodily fluid.
Andy was just like,
No, bodily fluids. You get look this out of me. You stupid. I went to your benches.
Wait. Anytime you
It's
went
my
to the toilet,
bodily
you'd be like,
fluids.
I'm on
You
my
total,
period. I'm on my period. Don't open the
total.
door. I'm on
Oh my
period.
god, 2 people talking at the same time? What a revolutionary way to do a podcast. Maybe 1 at a time is better.
No.
I'm a dub. Great.
Anyway, moving on.
Andy, do you know, right? Just before you move on, just right now, just mute your microphone, Google what a period is, and then come back to us. Okay? You might want to just
No,
get
I'm
this
not
one.
doing that.
Right. Anyway, the point is, Sam, that's very untasteful, frankly.
That's not a
We're
word.
sticking with untasteful. You could just say distasteful, but no.
No, he's stubborn because, guys, I worked on the Avengers.
Oh, that's the only insult you have against me. At least I've done something with my life.
Triggered. Oh, I'm a video editor. Look at me.
I mean, he worked on that movie 3 years ago. The fact that you've not had any new ammo in 3 years really speaks volumes, Andy. Isn't that great? Keep working hard. Maybe one day you'll come up with a good comeback. We're still waiting on it, though.
My favorite is that Andy thinks that the fact that I've had my name attached to a film that's earned over $1 billion at the box office is an insult.
Yeah. Oh, you're really successful. I mean, hey, I wish I could have made tea for Scarlett Johansson as well, but let's move on, shall we? Kim says, why are they arguing about periods, for fuck's sake?
He's not wrong.
We have a voice of reason here. Alex King says, they're both faces, though. Are they? Who? They haven't. This is what happens in the chat. They don't like us, so they have their own converson. So it's really weird to like zone in on specific things, and it has no relevance to anything. That's great. Let's have a look. Okay, Whoopi says, I like Nia. Am I wrong? No, I like Nia. And it's not a thing about big girls are beautiful and all that shit. I'm entertained by her character and her wrestling. That's all it is.
Kim said my impression of Vince is gold. Thank you, Kim.
I mean, it is. It's great. It's the arms that do it for me, like every time. Except when you do it, it's shit. I don't get why. It's just Liam.
I'm doing the same thing.
No, it's not as good.
I came up with the original thing.
It's like the Avengers versus the Revengers. That's what it is. It's the same thing, guys. What gives? So, oh yeah, Kim
you could have said it was. Go on, never mind.
Kim says Liam puts 110% into his Vince. It's appreciated. Yeah, it's enthusiasm. That's what we like here. Hint, hint, Andy.
I do have enthusiasm.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Okay, enthuse.
I just don't like this pay-per-view.
Oh, you don't like wrestling anymore, despite me doing a wrestling podcast. Oh.
Yeah, that's great. Enthuse, please. Love of Christ. So, Nia's winning here, obviously.
Yes, Nia is going to win.
I like this feud, but it ends now. Please, can we just move on and do something different? Maybe with Ember Moon.
Or Ronda Rousey.
Fuck off. Just fuck off, Andy. I mean, I know you love Ronda because she makes your dick hard. But please, for the love of God, don't be a hypocrite.
Look, he's going straight to Kim, just like, no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't, even though there's 4 years of documentation of the contrary.
She's just laughing. She's just stuck there laughing.
Yeah, great. It's because I'm funny and you're not. So, yeah, you would be a fucking hypocrite if you were like, no,
Ronda must win the belt. She must be pushed to the moon, despite only showing up 5 months ago.
it's great.
Christ, no, 4 months ago.
Even less. Even less. 4 months ago, Andy.
Christ, she's been on the roster technically for 4 months.
Yep. She's already had one of the best matches at a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, she's Natalia's best friend for now. That's what they're doing with her.
I wonder how long it's going to take for Natalya to turn on her.
I
About
wonder
5
how long
minutes.
it's going to take for Ronda Rousey to not work with old timers anymore. Like Natalya and Mickie James. It's almost as if they're prepping her for a good in-ring future, which means she shouldn't be put straight into the fucking title picture, Andrew, against Nia Jax, someone who's been wrestling for 3 years.
Hey, Sam, don't you just love being able to stroke the beard when you think? Right, Sam?
All right, it's great. I love that.
Great,
feeling.
isn't it, Sam?
Indigo, Andy? Oh, wait. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry, mate.
back off, you Lego head swat.
At least I got hair. At least I got hair. At least I don't have to buzz cut it short because you look like a gimp with long hair. Just saying. Just saying.
Shade being thrown everywhere here tonight.
Oh, no feckin' tea. All tea.
Oh, I watch Drag Race, everybody. I know the words, so I'm going to say them.
My favourite thing, though, is that he refused to go and see a drag queen in Lincoln. That was my
Yeah,
favourite.
remember when we were like, guys, let's go see a drag show? I would like to. Me,
I'm
Sam.
tired.
You
Hey,
were
what?
fucking
You
full
were
of
on
shit.
This was like the beginning of the night.
I was tired, but I went out to a rock night and didn't come home until 4 in the morning. Yeah, I heard. Because you put me in the fucking weight room next to the bathroom.
And then went
I
home
know
and I started
shit.
talking about garlic bread.
Right. That was a good time.
That was great. And you
Do
can
it
see
again.
that. You can see that on the Supla's gaming channel.
Exactly.
Suplah Gaming. We don't have the
Suplah
URL
Gaming.
yet.
No, and probably never will. Super
Never will.
gaming.
Thanks, YouTube. Thanks.
Yeah.
Twat.
Kim says I make him watch Drag Race. Yeah, and he clearly enjoys it. Remember Liam, when I showed you all Drag Race?
Oh my god, I've never
Specifically
seen
the
you
start
so
of season 9.
petrified.
Yeah, he was
What it
in the corner, almost balling up into a ball of cringe.
What it was that there was some girls there, and he was quite clearly attracted to them, but he then realised they weren't girls, and it was making him very confused and scared. And
I
we
mean,
were
don't
like,
get me
Andy, it's fine. Don't worry about it. If
Like,
that's
they're all
your thing,
pretty.
that's your thing,
That
right?
is your thing. You can be attracted to them. It's not against the law.
Like, yeah, there's not a crime against it. If that's what you're into, mate, you do. Just be honest. That's all
Don't
everyone wants.
worry, you're still an alpha male.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But if that's what you're into, then just be honest about it. That's all we want. That's all we want as your friends, is you to just be open and honest about it.
And then when I asked him how he was doing, he was like,
Watch that again.
I just
It
didn't
confuses me.
understand. Right, I just didn't understand like the jargon, like no tea, no shave.
That's not why you weren't watching.
You want a cuppa? Do you want like what's that mean? Like
That I can guarantee that's not the reason why he didn't watch Drag Race.
nope. Definitely not. But anyway,
I didn't watch it because I didn't know things.
Because I don't speak the language.
dick. So Super Chancellor 198 says, Andy, my sexual fantasy. How are you, senpai? Yeah.
I'm not senpai.
Oh, look how uncomfortable he is when a man says that he finds him attractive. Oh,
No, I'm not fucking senpai.
Oh, I thought you were an alpha male, Andy.
Oh no, I am. I'm that confused. No, I am.
So you're actually okay with a man calling you senpai? Okay, all right. Well, that's an interesting
I
revelation.
mean, we already know he likes Asians, so
That's not true.
And buttholes.
specifically the occupation of them.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's not like we have that on stream as a record or anything.
No idea.
Super Chasney also says, hello, Mr. X Rollins looky likey. Yeah, brilliant. You've said that before, mate. You want to try scouring your pages of material for new shit? Or do you want to just parrot the same joke? I'll be here all day. Still bored of your shit.
Shade.
Yeah, right. People are just talking about Rollins now because I used to have the hair and it looked good. And people are jealous. Isn't that lovely? What are we doing? Oh yeah. Other women's match. Carmella, new women's champion, against Charlotte. Andrew, why is this match happening?
Reasons.
Explain. Come up with a story.
Okay, so once upon a time, there was someone,
Once upon a time, there were fairy tale creatures.
and there was somebody called Charlotte Flair.
What creature was she?
She was the queen of the fairyland creature land.
There we go. We got there
So-
in the end.
And there was, who was she facing again?
Carmella.
And then she took her crown away by a big
Briefcase.
briefcase. And then the queen was like, hey, I want that back because that's mine. And then Carmella was like, no. And there you go. There's the story.
Don't fucking ever write stories for children. They would hate you.
Like, once upon a time, this happened, and then it ended.
That's the story.
Yep.
Here's $5. Buy my book. No? Okay. So yeah. Liam, you got anything better than that sack of shit?
So
Wow.
basically, Charlotte had a
Don't
piss.
say anything about what I think you're gonna say. Try something different.
Basically, Carmella cashed in against Charlotte. Charlotte's not happy.
Okay, we're going with the real shit. Okay.
I mean, it's the most obvious. It makes the most sense.
Yeah. I think that they were both at Starbucks one day,
Yes.
and then. Okay, we have an interactive audience for this one. Good start.
Yeah.
All right, I'm interested now.
It's a
So-
high curiosity.
We're in Starbucks
Yeah.
with Charlotte and Carmella because we're buddies. Well,
Okay.
they were friends, but then they stopped being friends after the story. So the story is,
Right.
are you being a dick or are you genuinely interested? I think it's both.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we're in the line. We're in the line at Starbucks, and
Mhm. Did they get pumpkin spice lattes as?
no, because it was in May.
Okay.
So yeah, it's in May. There's no pumpkin spice lattes because that's a seasonal exclusive for Starbucks,
Okay.
as we all know, except Andy.
Hey, I just drank a mocha for the first time.
Oh, good for you. So Carmella is there, and she orders a golden frappuccino with extra syrup and a shot of espresso. She needs the energy to get up in the mornings and go be a WWE superstar. And then Charlotte orders something different. What does she order, Andrew? Since you're an expert in Starbucks.
She orders a mocha.
Oh, wow! Where did you pull that name out?
The thing I had recently.
Oh, creative. So, Charlotte orders a mocha because Andy had that recently,
Yeah.
and they're both waiting. We're waiting at the end of the queue, and there's a mix-up because Charlotte and Carmella are both very similar names. So of course it confuses the poor barrister, who
Batista.
it confuses the poor Batista, who then writes on the cups the wrong names. So Carmella gets the mocha, and then Charlotte gets the golden drink with all the shots of all the shit. So they both go to the car. They both
Oh shit! Look.
what? I mean, cool. Is it worth interrupting the story? That's
Yeah,
great.
because your story sucks, mate. Get on with it.
I mean, I'm not even done yet.
Come
so-
on, Jesus! It's taken a while.
So they're both in the car, and they're not actually drinking the Starbucks yet. They get to the arena where they're supposed to be performing for the night. A couple of hours pass, and they're changing and all of that stuff, and then Carmella can't find her gear. It's very confusing. So she goes to her good friend Charlotte, and she asks, "Hey, Charlotte, where's my gear?" And of course, Charlotte doesn't know because they change in separate bits of the locker room. So Carmella is very confused as to where her gear went, but eventually, with the help of the iconic duo who just moved up, she finds her gear and puts it on. She looks great, makeup's on point, and
On fleek.
on fleek. Makeup's on fleek. So then, after Charlotte is done in the chair with the WWE Glam Squad, or whatever the fuck they're called on Instagram, she loves her look. She's also looking good. She has the feathers on her robe and everything. It all looks great. And she goes out into the ring to cut a promo, and then the Iconics show up. And they say some things in Australian. Don't understand the language, so...
What is this
Something
guy
about kangaroos.
Something about kangaroos and prison. I'm sure.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, how's Syrian Joe doing?
Apparently, Kim says it should be Syria Joe, but it's not as funny Syria Joe than Syrian Joe.
Yeah. Samoan Joseph, Syrian Joe. It works.
There you go.
So anyway, in the story, so you remember the aforementioned Starbucks incident?
No.
Sam, I think you just have to admit that this story has failed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, Sam.
You see, this is the problem with the joke is that it's taken too long to set up, and we've lost interest.
Yeah,
The magic of humor
yeah.
is that you have to either go straight into the joke and get them straight away. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, it's our show.
That's a joke.
And
That
there
works really well.
you
That
go.
really
That's
well.
called comedy. So anyway, Carmella's winning.
Willing. Wow. Okay.
She's willing to win.
You say that, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
Hello, I'm Sam. I'm not sure either. Oh, well, why is that, guys?
Well, Charlotte won at WrestleMania. She beat Asuka's undefeated streak. I think it'd be strange if Carmella beats Charlotte. Can you stop looking over at the wall?
I disagree with you, Liam. I'm
Okay.
Sam. I think Carmella is going to win because she just cashed in the thingy and the money in the bank. Because they went to Starbucks, remember?
But to play devil's advocate, do you remember when Edge first won the Money in the Bank and he first cashed in and his reign only lasted around 2 weeks?
Haha, good point, Liam. I'm Bane, yes.
I'm
Oh, yes, hello.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Charlotte. I'm going to throw a curveball out there.
Carmella.
Sam's going to go for Starbucks, apparently, so he's fucked off.
Oh, yes. So in the main event of the evening. I mean, in the main event of the evening, because I'm Sam Brooks, and it's going to be my favourite wrestler, who I am obsessed with, AJ Styles, against Shinsuke Nakamura.
So I actually have a story as to how this has been created, this storyline. I can tell you how. So basically, what it is, AJ versus Shinsuke is actually a prequel to a storyline we've already seen.
Okay.
Okay, so just hear me out. It's a prequel. I know it sounds strange.
I want to eat, but go on.
It's a prequel. You see, because Shinsuke keeps giving him low blows, right?
Mm.
Which is basically destroying his nads.
Okay.
Scientifically speaking.
No kids for you.
So basically, it gets to a point where Shinsuke injures AJ's testicles so badly that AJ has to have a sex change, and then he goes back in time. He goes back in time somehow, and he re-debuts as AJ Lee. And then we see how that pans out. And he becomes the longest reigning Divas champion until Nikki Bella beats him. Whenever, whoever, whatever. That person, them. Pronouns. I don't know.
Okay, anyway, moving on. If Shinsuke doesn't win tonight, then this
basically, yeah, AJ Styles / Lee gets the time stone from Thanos. He's like, well, if I can't be the best man in the world, I'll be the best woman in the world. But then Thanos is like, but AJ. I think he's trying to do like a surprise Royal Rumble entrance.
What's happening, Sam?
Is that painted black by the Rolling Stones?
Hello. So, what did I miss? Anything good?
We were talking about how AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. The storyline is that it's actually a prequel to a storyline we've already seen before.
Oh, cool! I don't care. So, Carmella and Charlotte are fighting because they got their drinks mixed up at Starbucks, and then they had the incident with the gear, which then turned out to be Carmella all along because it's long-term booking throughout the day, and so. Yeah, they just don't like each other anymore. That's why they're fighting. And I think Carmelo is going to retain because of shenanigans.
Okay, so back to the main event.
Oh, are we on the main event now?
Yes. I was telling
Andy. When did we do that? When did we get to that?
Well, I was telling Andy how this story has arisen.
Oh, really? Please do. Carry on.
Oh, God, let's again.
Please start from the beginning. I wasn't here.
Okay, basically, it's a prequel to a storyline we've already seen.
Oh, okay. What storyline?
So basically, what happens is that AJ gets low blowed so badly at one point by Shinsuke that he... Oh, look! Oh, I'm Sam! I'm so funny! I'm drifting off. What a dickhead. Look at...
I don't want to be that guy.
Hang on, wait, what? No, sorry, I am listening. You were saying something about Carmella?
Oh, sorry, was my story just too long for you? Because I mean, last I checked, yours was like fucking 4 minutes long. So
and it went nowhere. So
just like your sex life for 4 years, Andrew.
5 years. Let's get it right.
Oh yeah, sorry, longer than the American Civil War, actually.
If you're gonna insult me, don't play weird theme music, wear a funny hat and shit.
A what? Wear a what?
Just shut up.
You're wearing?
Well, I can't see it because
I didn't quite hear you. Please speak up. What am I wearing again?
I'm going now.
Oh, where are you going?
Because I'm hungry.
Oh, bless. Did you not eat?
No, I didn't eat anything.
Oh, poor baby. No one cares. So please tell me, Styles and Nakamura, something about dick punching?
Yeah.
Yes.
Shinsuke dick punches AJ so hard that basically his testicles are destroyed.
Right.
And then...
You think he would wear a cup by now? Because
this is the thing. This is why
elbow me in the dick once. Shame on you. Elbow me in the dick 5 times. I can no longer speak like a normal person. I'm AJ Styles.
This is why it's a prequel, because there's no other reason why it would happen. So basically,
okay, it's a prequel. I see. It's a long-standing universe. It's a cinematic universe of dick punching.
Yeah. So AJ gets dick punched so hard that his testicles are destroyed. So he has a sex change, and then he gets the time stone from Thanos, goes back in time, and he becomes AJ Lee, and that's how that happens. Oh look, Sam's falling asleep again. He thinks he's hilarious. He's such a dickhead.
Hang on.
Oh, okay, sorry. Last I checked, my story wasn't 5 minutes long about Starbucks.
Sorry, it wasn't War and Peace.
Oh yeah, because you've read that book, haven't you? You're an intellectual. Yeah, please tell me about how you had 3 different people proofread your university work. in the same room at the same time while you were there.
Oh,
Anything
Yeah, to be
else
fair,
you want
Andy.
to throw 'em away, Andy? I got all day. I got reams and reams of ammo that isn't Lego hair, or you looked like Seth Rollins one time 3 years ago.
I didn't say that.
Nah, good. I'm waiting for that one. Presumably that comes after the Lego hair insults. Are we done with those yet?
So anyway, Shinsuke
Uh-huh.
is going to win.
Why are they fighting though?
We don't have to
Shinsuke
call
and
it.
AJ. Why do you?
Have you not watched the product? Like,
sex change.
no, you stop saying that.
Something about a sex change?
He re-debuts as AJ Lee back in 2011
Okay.
and becomes one of the best female wrestlers of all time. You see, that's how that happens.
Right.
Prequel. Also, yes, WWE takes place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense.
I mean, Drax is there, clearly.
He looks a bit different, but he's there.
That's what it was. Drax was actually a human, but then you know how Rocket was
Oh, the
changed
rabbit.
and
Yeah.
on? The rabbit. Wow, spoiler, Andy. Spoiler.
Fucking dickhead.
Jesus, mate.
Ruin it for everyone else.
Spoilers.
You spoiled the whole thing.
When?
Yeah, cool.
By doing that clicking thing, you fucking idiot.
You did the clicking thing. Go
No,
back
you
and
did
watch.
You did the clicking thing.
You did.
You did.
Now he's just straight up lying, Sam. So I think we should just mute him.
Well, I mean, he lies all the time anyway. He says that Roman Reigns is a man named Joe from Samoa. Like, I think just because he says it doesn't necessarily make it true, you know.
Can we just mute him because he's just lying now?
You
and
know
it's
what?
annoying me.
I think we
no, I'm
might.
not lying. You did
Let's
this.
just mute him.
No,
Okay.
please, no, don't kick me out. No, don't mute me. God, no, please. What are you doing?
Won't let me mute him.
Doing it in that.
Okay, there we go.
Great.
Okay,
He's
wait,
muted.
wait, Andy. Okay, Andy, I'll unmute you after I take off my glasses and hat. Okay.
Just take the hat off.
Oh, sorry. I take my what off?
Take the hat off.
The what?
The hat.
Sorry, I can't hear you because you're muted.
I said
Just-
the
I'll-
hat.
No, I said I'll unmute you after I've taken off my glasses and my hat.
Take the
Just
hat
give me a minute, Andy. Just settle down. We'll get there.
Hat.
So, just settle down, mate, and then I'll unmute you. Yeah, it's cool.
Well, this is riveting.
Just wait. It's coming. It's coming.
That's what she said.
No, she didn't.
If this is like your Starbucks joke, then you know.
I mean,
I'm
you're
not gonna
picking
lie.
up the mic again?
That Starbucks joke just that fell faster than a lead balloon. That was really like.
Oh yeah, like your
know.
career in film.
Well, that's weird because I'm in film, so it's funny how you mentioned that.
Yeah, you're working on TV
Funny.
shows.
Yeah, it's just like how your career that you're currently doing has failed. I'm currently employed, Sam, so I don't know.
Yeah, when's your name going to be on the next Marvel movie, though? Is it?
Oh, I see. We're going down that route. Okay, well, let's play these games.
Has he?
I'm just
fluffed
you
his
guys
shirt?
bicker. I'm gonna go over here.
Where's he going?
Just realizing he's
He's
done
not
nothing with his
playing
life.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, he hasn't, has he?
He
Cunt.
really hasn't.
So, anyway, main event. Yeah, we doing this?
Shinsuke.
I think AJ. I think tonight's the
Um,
night where he wears a cup.
Yeah, I think so too. Actually, I think they might actually do that.
Oh
Like,
no,
legitimately, I think it'll be a spot.
I don't doubt they do that, but I still see Shinsuke winning.
I mean, I don't mind who wins. That's the beauty of this. They're both great. So, I mean, AJ's been champ for a while now, since I want to say November, since November. So if he lost now, it'd be fine. And then heels, as we know, historically do better with a championship than a face does. And even then, AJ with a championship. He's not like an underdog guy. He's still the favor in some of his matches because of the way he wrestles. So, I still think AJ could win here. But, fuck it. I'm going with Shinsuke. Shinsuke's my official pick because...
oh my god, we picked the same thing.
Oh yeah, it's almost as if we agree on some things. I don't do everything just to spite you and your tiny little bubble world.
We'll go with Shinsuke. What does Liam think?
He thinks AJ, as he's already said.
Wonderful.
Let's read what the chat is saying. We haven't done that in a while. We've dropped that ball. Everyone's talking about who their favorite fucking Suplah co-host is. Great. We stopped doing that. We stopped doing that for a reason, guys.
And it's none of us three.
Nope, none of us. It's all Carmine.
Where is Carmine?
He's not even here anymore. We fired him. Wait, what?
Shit, man, you're supposed to keep that secret.
What are you doing?
Keep that
You
quiet.
idiot. What are you doing?
God,
You're meant to keep that quiet.
What are you doing? Seriously.
Sorry.
So, in a public statement...
God, Liam.
I mean... Yeah, I mean, Buttermouth.
Oh, you fucking...
It's awkward now.
Oh, great. Brilliant. Great.
Bullet Club vs. Shield says that AJ Styles wins because of Trump's America. I don't see how those two are even related. And she also says Carmine is the best. Everyone else don't matter. Yeah, okay. Go watch his content then. Oh, wait. Sussy Haiku says, what is the What Culture video that has Andy's face in it? There's too many of them.
There's quite a few. There's quite a few. I can't remember which ones I put him in.
And there's quite a few, too many.
I should have kept a list as to how many Andy appears in.
Yeah.
That would have been a good idea.
Yeah, then we could just list it off whenever anyone wants to go and see those old videos from 2 years ago. Good times. I found no one's moved on from that. Except
Even
us.
I've moved on from What Culture. I'm actually working on good things. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I worked with them for a while.
You just realised that they could watch this.
But these are the top 10 reasons why Backlash is not going to be very good.
Number 1.
Why? Here's why.
We love that gimmick.
Is it bad? I'll tell you what, here's a little insider story for you.
Oh, all right, here we go.
Are you allowed to tell this?
Well, yeah, I don't work for What Culture anymore. I never watched What Culture stuff despite working on them. And I did a Simon Miller video, and I didn't realize his gimmick was why. Here's why. I didn't realize that was a gimmick. So when Adam Blompier, God rest his soul, for his career anyway, he made a joke referencing that, and I didn't know that was the gimmick that Simon had. So I put in a joke called, he started just bashing his head, and it says low budget drum roll, because I didn't realize that was Simon Miller's gimmick, because I never watched any of their videos.
Oh yeah, do you remember when you had to edit a video when you first started, and they referenced Jack the Jobber?
And I literally put in Jack Swagger.
Yeah, because we didn't know that Jack the Jobber was a character that they have, because who the fuck does that?
I honestly thought Jack the Jobber, well, it's got to be Jack Swagger, clearly.
Because he's Jack and he's a jobber, and this is a wrestling podcast, and no one is actually fucking called Jack the Jobber. Except that one guy.
There was a lot there.
Yeah. Bullet Club vs. Shield, because AJ Styles is a Republican. I mean, I don't see what that has to do with wrestling either. To be honest. It's a wrestler. It's not Fox News. Don't matter. Why are you bringing it up? Why are you bringing it up? Don't give a shit who they vote for. I give a shit who they pin.
Wolfie the Bloodhound says...
Wolfie? Can you talk? Wolfie. There's no L in there.
Oh, have I been saying it like that the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm
My
sorry.
bad.
That person says that Simon Miller recently debuted for Defiant Wrestling.
Oh, good for him.
Yes, I saw that as well.
Wonderful. Good.
Good for him.
Funny, he
Well,
actually
Bullet
got
Club
trained by.
says-
He got trained. Now I've got another little bit of inside scoop. Simon
Oh, yeah,
Miller got
please.
co-trained by a guy. No word of a lie, Liam Dunn.
Oh, not you.
Not me. He was another Liam Dunn who's a pro wrestler, and he has two characters.
Hmm.
He has a
Is one of them
babyface
the dickhead who
character.
works in the movie industry.
No, sadly not. He has one where he dresses up as a frog and is called Liam the Leapfrog Dunn.
Of course.
Not
Fucking
even a
course.
And then there was like another villain one that he has where it's called like Drake Williams or something.
Huh.
There you
Wonder
go.
if he was over.
But yeah, he doesn't have my gimmick. So
No. That's
the
a
Miz stole
shame.
the Miz stole my gimmick.
Oh, yeah.
Really annoying.
Before you even had it, he stole it.
I had it first.
Okay. Bullet Club vs. Shield says, you don't get the joke, Sam. Well, it's the thing about bad jokes. So you don't get them.
That's what we've learned
Explained.
tonight. Bad
Yeah.
jokes are bad.
Exactly. Thank you, Bullet Club, for that lesson.
I mean, at least it didn't involve Starbucks.
I mean, yeah. That would have been a shit joke, wouldn't it? Who thought it was a good idea to tell that shit?
For 4 minutes.
I know, right? It's a great time sink, isn't it?
So that has been the Suplah, and I feel like that's a natural end to the show. So,
AKA, I'm bored and I want to go home and look
I
at my
am
girlfriend.
that's not it. So
Can I just say as well, because I've got Kim on Instagram. I won't give out her Instagram, but I've got her on
it's public.
Instagram.
You can. It's not a private thing.
It might be private. I don't actually know if her profile is private, but I'm not going to
It's
give out
not.
her Instagram. Okay, well, I'm not going to do it anyway, Sam. So get off the
Because you
back.
don't know the name.
No, because it's her Instagram, and I don't know if she wants me to plug it. Anyway, the point is,
Right. Okay. Sure. Good cover.
You two are way too soppy, and it disgusts me.
oh, give over.
Like a boomerang.
Says.
Go on. Yeah, no, go on.
There's
Go
the
on. I want to
guy.
hear this.
Oh,
Just
says
on.
the guy within 5 seconds on Instagram stories like, "Oh, look at me! I'm gonna steal."
Oh, really? Because I haven't actually posted about Janie in quite a while, so that'll be interesting to for you to back that up.
No.
I mean, Liam recently posted about going out to a TV show recording and having a fun time with his girlfriend, and I think
Janie
you-
wasn't in any of the pictures.
Oh yeah, she wasn't even in any of the pictures, and I think you might have posted the exact same selfie for the 5th time in a row, maybe. Just as a guess.
It's yeah. Kim brings up a point. It's the honeymoon period.
Oh yeah, great.
You've been dating like 8 months.
6.
Right, the honeymoon period is usually like 2 months.
Yeah.
Well, we can make.
I know
that
you've not really interacted with women before, so I can understand that you don't have a previous reference for this. I get it, but it doesn't usually last 6 months. It's usually quite shorter than that.
Bit long in the tooth there, buddy.
I mean, just,
I mean, take it from the experts, right?
I mean,
Oh yeah, you two, yeah, great, yeah. Great.
3.5 years,
5 years.
20 years.
Wait, what?
You've basically been born together, let's be honest.
Okay. Sure, why not?
So, 20 years, 3.5 years, 6 months. Like, we've got
Yeah,
me
that's
and
why we're
Sam.
in the honeymoon period, and you guys are just jelly. So shut up.
It's not
Okay, apparently the
really-
honeymoon period lasts for up to a year. After that, you're not allowed to love each other anymore, and you have to be
Oh, okay, I
miserable.
see.
That's how
Okay,
it
right.
works.
That's
You
not
can,
what
you can
that's
only
not it at
express
all.
your
That's
love
the soppiness that
outwardly.
you're complaining about. That's the thing that you just said. Ooh,
Thing is,
soppiness.
though, you can only express your love outwardly for the first year, and then afterwards, the next 4 years or 5 years, you just have to be miserable. That's how it is. No one can know. It's a secret almost.
It's like the first year you can brag that you have a girlfriend, and then afterwards it's just like a casual mention that you are doing something with her.
Yeah.
Not having sex. We don't need to always hear about that. You can
Yeah, we
do
don't need
other
to
things
see,
with your girlfriend.
I didn't see any of that shit.
Go to the movies with her.
Post a
Go
boomerang.
go for a meal.
Post a boomerang.
Or you know what? Post a boomerang of just something else.
Sitting next to each other. Post a boomerang.
You know what? Here's an odd one. you can post an Instagram post or a boomerang that doesn't even feature Kim.
Oh no, but that would require him to post on Instagram, which, as we know, he's not good at doing.
Oh, maybe, just maybe, just maybe, I'm busy, and maybe, just maybe.
Oh wait, do you have a job? Oh my God, Sammy has a job. He's never.
Oh wait, really?
Really? Oh, really? Oh, that's the guy who for at least 2 years went, guys, I work on the Avengers. Did you know that? Oh,
Wait a minute, doesn't Andy have
wearing the shirts all the time?
Wait a minute.
Oh, really? Oh, really? I didn't realize.
Wait a minute, don't Andy's job involves social media.
Apparently,
so his
yes.
job is being on Instagram all day, and yet he doesn't post on the Suplah's Instagram, despite.
Maybe I don't. Maybe when I've been working on social media all day, the last thing I want to do when I get home is go on social media. Maybe.
Then maybe you shouldn't have nominated
Maybe you should
yourself.
stop being a twat and me, you big.
Maybe you should have nominated yourself to take over the Suplah Instagram. Then maybe you shouldn't have said.
I thought I could. So shut up.
Here's an ironic thing. He's in charge of social media, and yet he doesn't know how to work most of it, to the point where he's on, right, no word of a lie, and I'm going to tell this story, Andy. I don't care if we've gone over time. I'm telling this story.
I want to go now.
Andy is in charge of Lincoln Student Union's
No.
Twitter. And this is how well he knows social media. He tweets at the wrong account. He tweets at Leicester University's library.
It's Leeds. And that's what first started.
Clearly. And it made you look so much worse than you already did.
Yeah, well, guess what? That's when I first started.
This was 2 months ago.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
You told me this.
Yeah, I told you 2 months ago. It doesn't mean it happened 2 months ago.
No, it did.
It's when I first started.
All right, if that makes you feel better, mate.
Right, I'm going now.
Right.
So anyway, this has been the Suplah, where we just argued at each other for a multiple amount of hours. It's like a civil war in here. I'm Andy Quad.
Join us next time for Suplah Infinity War, where Carmine returns with a gauntlet. And
Yeah.
all the Infinity Stones.
We'll die, but everyone's fine because he's their favorite.
And he wipes out half the Suplah team. Find out which half in the next episode.
You just spoiled it again, you twat. So anyway, whoa, Keelan has appeared. I mean, no, he hasn't. He's gone again. Oh well. So you can buy a shirt with his face on it at redbubble.com/people+Suplah. I'm done. I'm going. So anyway, the point is, you can go and buy shirts on redbubble.com/people+Suplah. Go to our gaming channel, Suplah Gaming. We have an Instagram, which I don't update, soz. And also, we have a Facebook, we have a Twitter, we have everything. We update those, though. Guess what? We have a website. Go to suplah.com. We've got, like, DLC stuff and random things. And, you know, just go there, please.